The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Hazard chasing after it. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his...
It's the cutter! Decent enough try. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And it's played in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Cafu. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Xabi Alonso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. Mateus. Pass somewhat off target. So we're still where we started right now. Oh, good looking ball. Played out towards the right wing. Nakata.
That's a shame because it was such a good decision.
Over to the left. Azar conjures time and space where few can. And it's Nakata. It's come to nothing. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Azar. Can he get it through? No, it's Azar. Mateus. Donatoni. And it's Nakata. Aims beyond the defence. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now it's Nakata. Well seen, saw that coming. Mateus. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Looking tidy in possession here. McTominay. Now, can they get him away? Donatoni crosses it in. Well, he's ended up in no man's land. And he's quick to snatch it back. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Donatoni considers his options. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Decent hit from there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Mateus. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, can he get onto this? Hazard tries looking up for options on the left. Oh, well played, lovely. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Caught offside that time. Xavi Alonso has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Cafu.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Raul. Nicely weighted ball. Cafu gets flagged offside. They're back on the ball again. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He knows what's coming. A second yellow, and he's off. Well, the protest continues, but in the end, they are defending the indefensible. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Lost children's announcement. With the father of a boy in the green.
Here we go again then.
Kindly contact a nearby member.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Out to the right. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Well, that has not gone well. Looking to play him in. He's through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. Gets into some space. He's got away. And he's gone backward here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And they win it back again. Mateus. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And this is Ibrahimovic. Hazard. He is through here. He's had a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Perfectly measured that. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hazard. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level it.
Chance, surely! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Filippo Inzaghi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Hazard gets into a good position. Raul goes for a shot! They've done it! They are right back in business!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and
the finish! Sticks it away! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
that's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. That looks a good ball through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he's managed... Oh, what a climb! And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
And it's Xabi Alonso. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Inzaghi was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
He's picked his way through. Opts to play it back. Lovely, now then. Takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Cafu hurtling down that right flank. It's run loose here. Lovely bit of skill. And he's in on goal. Mateus! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Quality ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Donadoni. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Mateus. I think we're just about done here. Hazard picks it up out wide.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Fellow attendees, this
Ibrahimovic
is
claiming
a
the Man of the
lost
Match award,
children's
and there is
announcement.
very
Would the
little room
father
for
of a boy
argument.
in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his
So
way
there it
to the
is.
information
What struck
center?
you most about that?
Well, I have to say, I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Oh, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit,
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
and long overdue.
Nedved goes steaming forward. Nedved crosses. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. An early chance there, first of the game. Mateus. And that's put paid to a promising move. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. He's got away. Drives it in. He's had a shot! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. And it's Vieira. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Platini, and he's managed to get free. Messi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Some Excellent tackling. Decent chance! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So that Neymar! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Played out to the left flank. And now they can spring out of defence. Nedved. He's found a way through. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now it's Neymar. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He rises! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Cannavaro. And Mateus. That has been slung wide. And this is Messi. Takes a shot! It's in! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Now the cross.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Xabi Alonso. Looking for the run. There's the shot! That is decidedly lacking. Cafu. Van der Sar punts it upfield. Mateus. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Messi. And he was quick to react. Vieira. That's a sharp pass.
Added time.
Well, that is one way to stop him. He might be in here. Neymar. Good driving run. It's Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And there's the end of the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Ibrahimovic! And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Out to the left it goes. Can he get it through? No, that's been intercepted. Neymar. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he has been fouled there. Now it's Messi. Messi. And it's Nedved. Neymar. Big chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. And that has left him in a heap. And this is Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, super find. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Neymar. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Neymar. It's Ibrahimovic! No mistake! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And the pass is intercepted. Vieira is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Neymar picks it up out wide. Messi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Played in. So what can they make of this? And the through ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Cafu. 75 minutes played. Played into space out wide. Nedved. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Platini. And now the breakaway. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And it's Michel Platini. Now it's Neymar. Neymar! He's got a goal! Into the lead once more. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
substitution on the field. Number 17, Messi. Coming on to replace him is number 6, Bellingham.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So we have a breakthrough. Now, how will things develop from here?
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Into the last 5 minutes. Nicely weighted. And the shot! They've finished! 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for options for movement. Rijkaard. Park Ji-sung. Oh, he's found support out wide. Nakata could try cutting inside here. Oh, what a climb! And he's kept it out. And there goes the final whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature. There's the shot! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
You give him an inch, and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Cafu. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Real chance! No mistake! 2-0 and in next to no time. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And here's Mane. And a chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. And another try! He's got away with one there.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Xavi Alonso. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Out towards the flank. Vieira. Knocks it out wide. Played back in. Ribery. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Cafu. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Owen. And this is Mane. Now the ball's gone astray. Ribery trying to keep this in. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Raul. Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Cannavaro. And Mateus. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ribery. Well, they've got it again. And it's Xavi Alonso. And here's Ibrahimovic. Cruyff. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cafu. And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Ribery. Mane. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Raul. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. Raul. That is good alertness. Now it's Mane. Ambitious ball here. No, that's been intercepted. Cafu. And Mateus. Cafu has it out wide and in space. He's had a shot! Now it's Mane. And he's picked out the run. And that has put paid to that. He's a sharp little ball here. Now that is a hefty challenge. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Cruyff. And that's the end of that. It all started well. It takes a shot! He has done it! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
There's the header! And yes, it's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week.
And the shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football.
Hello, everybody.
Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. So we're into the second 45. Oh, that's well spotted. Mane, played out towards the right wing. Tries to play it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's a good ball out wide. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Raul. Oh, that's nice. Ibrahimovic. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Cafu, Mateus, passing is crisp and sharp. Always onto this. He's found a way through. Can he finish? In he goes again. There it is!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Lovely pass, but can he get... It's Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Substitution on the field, number 5.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
So the lead now is 2. Big chance, must shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Check. Oh, what has happened here? Going to be disappointed with that. Xavi Alonso. Raul. to Xavi Alonso. And it's Cannavaro. Out of play for a throw. Turns back here, probably the best option. Cafu looks to get on the end of this. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Raul. Can he get it through? They played crossfield, changing the point of attack.
Good ball, that too.
Cafu. And it's Vieira. Shot, great chance! That is delicious! About as smooth as it gets. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So now the difference is 3. That has not gone well. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Mateus, Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, that's fabulous. They're urging him to... And the shot! It's hit the upright. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he's managed to get free. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Raul. Rodri did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That is ended up in no man's land. Xavi Alonso. Mateus. Xavi Alonso. Out to the right. Cafu. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great vision. And this is Stoichkov. Man, chance for a shot! Oh, terrific save. It's their second corner of the game.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Grigori. Number 16, Rodri. Coming on the field, number 22, Royce. Number 17, Ronaldinho. Substitution.
Punched away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win.
And just quick reminder to
Neymar
please
just could not... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, And we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flow in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Mateus. And it's Vieira. Tries to play it through. And this is Neymar. Oh, he's busted. It's Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Vieira. For Xavi Alonso. Ibrahimovic. Bullet. Vieira. And here's Neymar. Great vision. Ibrahimovic. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
It's run loose here. Cafu. Some really good ball movement. Neymar. Now it's Pelé. Tries to pass it through. Now that's well seen too. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Looking tidy in possession here. Xavi Alonso. Spread out to the left. And he's managed to get free. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Back into the middle. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Out to the left it goes. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ronaldinho. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Neymar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Referee has just said play on. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's been flattened there. Over to the left, played back in, played out wide. Cannavaro getting this one clear. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. The most accurate pass. Xavi Alonso, and he's been shifted off it. Pull it. Cannavaro. Nicely weighted ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's there to clear it. And that's been won straight back. And it's Messi. That has been slung wide. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Maldini gets across and deals with it. Ronaldinho, and he plays one through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And That pass isn't the best. Oh, that's a key interception. Cafu. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cafu. And we hit half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So off we go once more. So neither side has yet broken through. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Howson is the team's great visionary. Ronaldinho. That's an imaginative pass. Mateus. Neymar, Xavi Alonso, and it's Messi. Bonucci, and that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Out towards the flank. Oh, that was vital. And that has been clubbed away. Rodri wins the duel this time. He is through here. Vinicius Junior. Rijkaard. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Showing good feet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's had it nicked away. Howson, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
It's a mighty effort! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
substitution on the field.
Corner
30,
number 2 then.
Messi. Coming on to replace him is number 19, Hirotoshi Nakata. Substitution.
Yeri gets it away. Vieira. Vieira!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Nakata. And he's there to belt it away. Cafu. Rui Costa does well to get it back. Rui Costa goes on a run down the left wing. Shapes to shoot! He scores! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And it's Nakata. Nakata takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. And he's quick to get it clear again.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Taken back almost at once. Neymar looks to get on the end of this. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Nakata. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bullet threads one in.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Cafu plays it in.
Cleared
Cleared without complication. Knocks it out wide. Neymar, some resolute defending there. That's really well cleared. And the referee brings it to a close. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of
I'm
that.
afraid to tell you that we're expecting
Your
traffic to be
reflections
heavy
then, Jim?
after the final
Well, there's no
whistle
shortage
today.
of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second half goal.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men...
That could spell trouble. Chance, surely! And he's straight offside. Messi. Great vision. And he's being shifted off it.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philip Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality, Jim?
Well, it's hard to name just one because he's such an outstanding player on so many fronts, but I'd say his tactical nous, a man who can single-handedly turn defence into attack, and he's capable of playing anywhere on either flank. And when you add in the vision and creativity of a central playmaker, there's nobody else like him.
Threads one in, and it's been played through, and it's Ibrahimovic! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's there to make the challenge. Vieira. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's delightful. Shot. Oh, shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's hoisted clear. Played out to the right. Deep cross. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? It's their second corner of the game. Kaká is there and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mateus demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looks to the other side. Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
In with the challenge. Kaká. Oh, outsmarting him this time. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Climbs up big! Oh, what has happened here? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that looks a decent ball. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Kaka, driving forward. And here's Dembele. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Vieira. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Xavi Alonso. That has been slung wide. No, it's not getting there. And that has been clubbed away. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. That is lovely. Out for a throw. Vieira. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. The most accurate pass. That's a sharp pass. And he's worked it through. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. It's Ibrahimovic! Denied by an instinctive save.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So their fourth corner of the game. And he's there to get it away. France are looking to go forward now. Van der Sar. And it's Kaka. Oh, that's a key interception.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Cannavaro. Neymar. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demanderai de déposer vos détritus dans les poubelles situées dans les accès principaux. D'avance, merci. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 3, le numéro 21.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
À leur place,
0-0, and we're at the halfway point.
le numéro 4. Changement en cours.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that was vital. And France can counter now.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Vieira is there, and he can pick it up. And here's Dembele. He's in a great position here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
This is the time you need that pace.
Xavi Alonso. Nakata. Cafu. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, there's a probing ball, and the counter is on. And he's managed to get free. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Messi. Oh, it's played into the area.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And he's gone searching crossfield. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well measured. Ibrahimovic was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Vieira. Mateus purring through the gears. Now it's Neymar. Aims beyond the defence. And he's heaved it away. Good running, strong and purposeful. And still we await the first breakthrough. France are looking to break at pace. Dembele running with the ball. He's had a shot! Now who's going to be first to this? He can get that clear. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Kaka. Rijkaard. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! It's hit the upright. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's in space and looking for options. And that should get the job done. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 8, Kaka. À leur place, le numéro 14.
Well, it's Owen.
Owen.
Distributed tidily.
Le numéro 20, Ronaldinho. Attention,
Oh, that's neat.
changement.
All driven towards the far post. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Cafu with the clearance.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Lahm delivers. Oh, smashing header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Cafu.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Owen. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Nakata wins the duel. Shot a goal! Off the post! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Now, power or placement? Doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, any penalty that finds the net is a good penalty, even if that didn't convince.
But inscrit après 87 minutes de jeu par le numéro 10.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Ronaldinho, he's on it, can he get away? Nice interception, well timed.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Nicely aimed pass. 2 minutes to be added on.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Mateus claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on the pitch. Royalty.
Andres Iniesta. Few do it better than him. Some say nobody has done it better than him. Now it's Luis Suarez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Pele looks to get on the end of this. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Messi. Oh, it's come loose. Tries to play it through. And this is Messi. And the ball's come loose here. Valverde is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. He won't be happy with that one. Threads one in. Rijkaard. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Gently done.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Ferdinand, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
Edmilson. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pressing high and with purpose. Cafu. For Xavi Alonso. Vieira. Mbappe. And it's Vieira. It's a good spell of possession, this. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cafu. Xavi Alonso. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival, Iniesta. And he's intervened well there. And here's Ibrahimovic. Tries a deft little ball. And he shoots! That is decidedly lacking. That's good running with the ball. Iniesta can see things others simply cannot. Cafu. Iniesta. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Xavi Alonso. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Now it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Here's the return pass. Mateus. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now then, the ball's come loose. He's had it taken off him. And here's Messi. Iniesta. And this is Luis Suarez. Moved on forwards. There's the whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Substitution in progress.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Just eases him off the ball. Now there's a fine ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble.
And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key...
Oh, that is asking for... He's had a shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And it's Messi. Cafu. Mateus. Valverde. Edmilson. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Alonso. Mateus. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Valverde. Now it's Rooney. Saliba kept aware and it is reclaimed easily. He's got plenty of space out wide here. A corner it is then.
substitution on the field. Number
Size really
30,
matters, and it's time
Messi.
to make it matter
Coming on
now.
the field is number 19, Hirotoshi Nakata. Substitution
Gets
taking
good
place.
distance on it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that should get the job done. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Thinks about the shot. It's a promising position. Ah, such a clever touch. Davids, he can run onto that. And that's a good ball. Takes a shot! Yes! And they are cruising away. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Mateus, and it's Nakata. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Oh, important interception.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And the pass is intercepted. No way through there. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He is through here. Davids. Now he's got space here. And he's picked out the run. Bellingham. Good ball, good take. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Nakata.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Driving on and making good progress. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in.
200 minutes has
Well
been
measured.
indicated.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Cafu. Oh, good. That's that, the end. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Your final
and
thoughts, Jim?
now,
Well,
we
Peter,
would like to
I
ask you
really
all to
couldn't
kindly
see
stay
what this
seated
team
during the
was
match.
trying to...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
It's an imaginative pass. Oh, super find. He's tried one! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Spread out to the left. Now it's Neymar. Rijkaard. That has ended up in no man's land. It's a pretty loose pass. Cafu. Raul. Here's Vieira. Oh, good spread. Good ball, good take. Played in. Header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Raul clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's there to clear it. Back they go. It's a good spell of possession, this. And he's Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Cafu. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Vieira. And it's Vieira. Played out to the left flank. And it's Xabi Alonso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And here's Raul. That's tidy. Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! He's keen, determined to have his say. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's Neymar. Rijkaard. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Xabi Alonso. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played out wide. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's clever. Doué. He's gone for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Cafu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Crosses it in. Van der Sar claims it without any fuss. Neymar. Cannavaro. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Vieira. Over to the left. He's a sharp little ball here. Cafu deals with that comfortably. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Chance here to counter.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, that's a key interception. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Thinks about the shot. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Doué. He's gone for goal! Oh, it's hit the post! Vieira. Raul. And it's Xabi Alonso. Rodri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Xabi Alonso. Probing pass. Oh, shooting chance! That is simply breathtaking!
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Celtic are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce some...
And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution on the field, number 7, Raul.
And we're
Coming
underway
on the
again.
field is number
Well, I think in these
17,
circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He's having a shot! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
After 47 minutes is
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all...
Decent chance! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Knocks it out wide. In with the challenge. Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the shot! Spectacular save! Neymar. Cafu tries making a foray down the right, looking to play him in.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's picked his way through. Threads one in. Real chance! And it's come back out to him. Just a whisker away.
Substitutions taking place.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Best coming on to a rapturous reception. It is the moment we've all waited for.
Well, not quite sure why he wasn't started, Peter, but at least it's a move that makes everyone happy.
Flashes a terrific header. That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Xavi Alonso. Yeah, conjures time and space where few can. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And here's Ibrahimovic. Cafu. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rice does well to get it back. He is just caressing the ball. And this is Ibrahimovic. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Rice.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Park Ji-sung. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It's Park Ji-sung. David Villa, brilliantly cut out. And he is slightly little doubt, that is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Right card, demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now that looks a decent ball. Closing in on goal. It's not an especially good pass, that. Xavi Alonso. There will be a throw-in. Xavi Alonso. 5 minutes left on the clock. I think we're just about done here. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. That's a little off target. Nicely weighted ball. Always onto this. He has found the way through. Can he finish? It's in! They have stolen level at the last! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Alonso. And this is Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Out to the left it goes. Can he latch on to this? Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Takes a shot! In for the pieces! The last act of a game which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to snatching it. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. David Villa taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.